Ron, where are you? Where is Ron right now?
Oh, I thought the intro was going to go longer than that. Welcome back, everybody, for a little bit more SPTV, where every day is a great day not to be in a cult. Guys, there are 15 SPTV channels live right now. It's absolutely unbelievable. I never would have guessed that we would have gotten to a point where 15 Scientology-related channels or protest channels were live at the same time. That's a great thing. I'm sure some people could figure out why that's a bad thing, but as far as I'm concerned, it is a great thing. Guys, we're here to talk today about something that was caught by one of the protesters, one of the live streamer protesters in Sydney, Australia. This is heartbreaking. Let me just show you the channel real quick that we're talking about. Afila is the channel. The handle is at Afila out of Sydney, Australia. Posted a clip from one of their longer live stream videos of a father who went into the Scientology organization in Sydney, Australia, looking for his son, his 28-year-old son, who he has not seen in 14 years. And before I show you the video and everything, I don't want to bury the lead. I want to use this as an opportunity for as many people as possible to help us figure out where this son is and what he's doing and if he's okay and whether he's still married. And anyway, the son's birth name is Steve O'Brien. And it does seem that he might have changed his name to Steve Zava, Z-A-V-A. Scientology is a very small world. And Scientology in Australia is an even smaller world. And I just feel I feel very confident that someone out there who watches these videos is going to know where Steve Zava is, where Steve O'Brien is, and what he's doing. And let's try to get him back in touch with his dad. Okay, let's take a look at this. Okay, so I am pretty sure I've watched this video. I think I can tell. It seems to me this was in no way set up or staged. It is remarkable that this was caught on video. I'm just showing you the part where the streamer just catches the guy walking in to the organization. Okay, here we go.
They've locked everyone out. Yeah, you do. Yeah. And I come back there and fix it all.
Oh, real quick, guys. Okay. Afila is in the chat. It says, correction, this video was taken by Aussie Nathan. I edited and recreated the video to capture this story. That is excellent. Thank you for mentioning that because I did not know that. And just to be able to give that streamer a proper shout out, let me just take a moment to pull up that channel, okay? Uh-oh, why can't I find it? Bear with me. This is worth taking a moment to get it right. Now, hold on. Now, when I search for Aussie Nathan or Aussie Audit, okay, I'm going to try it again. Why don't I literally search for Aussie Audit and I do not get a result? What am I doing wrong? Cario1 says Aussie Nathan's original video also has Nathan going into the Sydney City org, and there are battle plans on the desk in the mezzanine. Okay, let me see. I'm going to keep my emails open, growingupinscientology@gmail.com. If anybody can email me a link to, okay, let's try this. Auditing Aussie. Okay, that's that. There we go. There it is. Bada boom. Thank goodness. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for letting me know that. Okay, here is the channel that got the original footage. Aussie Nathan at Auditing Aussie. Look, he's almost about to break 1,000 subscribers. Maybe we can get him over 1,000 by the end of this video. That's awesome. Oh, A. Fila said he did put it in the description of his video. Good on you, mate. Good on you. Okay. All right. Let's get back to the video itself.
How you going, sir? In private. He's private. I'll be right. You can do it right here. Ah, I don't know over there. Do it right here. I want to ask you about something not here. What is it? I'm not from Melbourne. Yep. I've got a son who's lost in there. Lost in there? Yeah. Is there an organisation? What I can't find. I'm down in. I live in country Victoria. Yep. So I'm in Sydney once every 2 years, right? And I've tried just dropping in, and just ask, right? But of course, every time we go, I know anything, right? But there must be a group which I can't find anywhere, an ex-Scientology group, where you can say, oh yeah, I was fucked up with all that for 5 years. I know your son. This is where he lives in Sydney. I've been out for 6 months. If you need to contact him, drop in there. You know, that's what I'm looking for. Well, just say your son. Don't say his full name. Just say your son in here. And this goes on YouTube. There's a lot of people that watch this video. And if someone gets hold of me, I'll pause it in a sec, and I'll get your details. And then if someone gets hold of me,
Okay, I'll tell you what, I did watch the whole thing through and I took pretty good notes, and I know the audio is a little difficult to hear. Here's essentially what happened. When his son was younger, he had a serious water skiing accident, but then he said that he actually had gotten hit by a boat. So I'm not sure if it was he got hit by a boat while on a water ski, or he fell off the water ski and got hit by a boat, or if water skiing means water skiing. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. When he said water ski, what I heard was jet ski, but now I get it. While water skiing, he got hit by a boat. That makes sense. And because his father Steve and his brother had lived with his father for a long time. And but he had to get recovery, he had to get physical therapy, he had to get his rehabilitation, his recuperation required him to have like first floor bedroom and bathroom. But his father had like a 2-story house, and the bedroom was on the top floor. And so he went to go live with his mom. But his mom married a Scientologist, and his two sons got into Scientology. And basically Steve, specifically Steve, the father hasn't seen in like we said, like 14 years. And he got married at 16 years old. His mom got him married off to a Scientologist at 16 years old. The older brother also doesn't talk to the father, because if he does, the mother will disconnect from him. The part of this story that we haven't heard is because clearly this father's never been in Scientology. I watched the whole video. It's very clear from the video. The father himself has never been in Scientology. He said he was Irish Catholic. His wife was Catholic. They got divorced. The wife married a Scientologist and got into Scientology. I don't know what occurred that made Scientology think that the dad was a suppressive person. But honestly, it could have been anything. It really is, in my opinion, I've said it a million times, I'll say it a million more times. To me, the most objectionable thing about Scientology is how it destroys families. And it could have been something as simple as, you know, maybe I'm purely this is purely theoretical. What I'm about to say has nothing to do with anything the father said in the video. If the father had any history of being involved in the mental health field, he would be considered a suppressive person. If he'd ever said anything to his boys about having been on anti-Scientology sites or watching anti-Scientology videos or watching anti-Scientology documentaries, he could easily be considered a suppressive person, even if not actually declared a suppressive person. There's something about this video that really struck me, that his son's relatively young. I mean, I guess I'm an old man now. I consider 28 years old to be young. There's something about that really struck me. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, without making this video any longer than it needs to be, I know there's a lot of people out there who know who Steve Zava is, where he is, and what he's doing. Or if he still goes by Steve O'Brien, who he is, where he is, and what he's doing. And this father apparently has gone into many organizations in the area many times. And it was only by asking about, you know, the kid who'd been in the water skiing accident and hit by a boat. They're like, oh, you mean Steve Zava? Like, he only thinks he knows that his son, changed his name because that's what someone at Scientology told him, without understanding what it was they were actually saying to him. Someone is saying here, so he got married and took his wife's name. So that's an interesting speculation. I would be more inclined to speculate that he took his stepfather's name. But we're just purely guessing here, you know. And it also makes me wonder, because it does seem like the father has more contact with the older son, even though the older son doesn't talk to him, than with the younger son. It makes me wonder if the younger son is actually in the Sea organization, because he makes it pretty clear that the reason his older son doesn't talk to him is just so that the mother doesn't disconnect. But it seems like the younger son, he can't even find. Do you see? He doesn't describe the younger son as he doesn't talk to me. That's how he describes the older son. He honestly doesn't seem to even be able to find the younger son or be able to find anyone who knows where he is. It blows my mind that there's not some way for him to get some sort of recourse on just even finding out whether his son is alive and where he is, through the police, through the court system, through his ex-wife, his ex-wife's new husband. There's so much about this that just kind of blows my mind. And we don't have all the information. We don't have all the answers. But anyone out there, and I saw someone in the live chat saying, do you have a photo of him? Well, no, because no photo was shown on this live stream. And also, I feel like if he were able to find a photo of him, he'd be able to find out where he is. But I'm hoping that someone out there can get us a photo. And if someone can get me a photo and send it to me at growingupinscientology@gmail.com, I would be happy. I will post the photo on my community tab. And we're gonna stay on this until we get Steve O'Brien back in touch with his dad. And yeah, okay. Barb, one of my favorite moderators. The SPTV Tattoo Warrior is in the back helping me start some comments. So let's see what we've got here. Mothers, Gary. Osa must be busy trying to follow 15 channels. That is one benefit to having 15 channels live at the same time. How does Osa watch them all? Now they can watch them all on the replay. But yeah, honestly, I'm still waiting for a thank you note from all the OSA staff for making their lives more entertaining and enjoyable, for giving them so much to do during the day and watching all of our amazing, hilarious, and informative content. Okay, Carrio1. Oh, I think I brought this one up. Yep, I brought that one up earlier. Dastardly Saboteur. Are there any photos of the man's son? I answered that one. Wise Mama. The dad has been there a couple times before when in the city. He never gives up. Okay. We have Buttlord 420, 28 and last seen at 14. So pictures might not help if there are any. True. Very, very true. Okay. A Fila says, comment, the spelling of the boy's new surname is just a guess. Listen and hear for yourself. Or if anyone knows, I'm glad you mentioned that. Zava is strictly what I heard in the video. To me, that's what it sounded like he said. But yeah, if anyone else has any other guesses of what they think that last name is, put it in the comments section, not the live chat, but the comments section afterwards. And I will I'll update. I'll make a comment and pin it to the top. Carrie one, the woman he was married to was in her 20s. It's disgusting. Yeah. He was 16. The woman was like 22 or 24, I believe. Blake Reed said, this is all so effed up. Constitutional rights be damned behind the walls of every Sea Org. How we as a country have let this go on for so long will never cease to amaze and disgust me. Absolutely. Caroline P. Question, are the people in the Sea Org in one place or in all different places? Good question. The answer is they're in all different places. So there are, depending on whether they're talking about Sea Org management units or Sea Org service organizations. If a service organization in Scientology is an organization that delivers Scientology auditing and courses to paying public, those are called service orgs. Sea Org service orgs, there's one in Clearwater, Florida. There's a handful of them in Los Angeles. The ship, Scientology's Freewinds ship, is a service org. There's a service org in St. Hill, England, Copenhagen, Denmark, Sydney, Australia, Kaohsiung, Taiwan. Oh my God, I know I'm missing one. There's also management units in Toronto, Canada, New York, also Los Angeles, also St. Hill, but that's redundant because there's a service org there. There used to be a management unit in Italy. Anyway, there's Sea Org members all over the world. There's also Sea Org members assigned to work in the Scientology organizations that are not Sea Org organizations, but that's a story for another day. All right, guys, that's it. Again, the email is growingupinscientology@gmail.com. If you have a photo of Steve O'Brien, aka possibly Steve Zava, please send it to me. If you know anything about him at all, please email me. I'll keep all your if you want to stay confidential, anonymous, I'll make sure that happens. All right, guys, that is all for now. I was preparing for a whole other huge video today, and I just did not. I was not going to be able to finish everything soon enough to get it done tonight. So I think this was an important enough one to get done instead. All right, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you, as always, to everyone who watches until the very end, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe.